morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Craig here from Gifts Electrical. I hope you are well. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. You can do that using the big red button down below, and whenever you watch the video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's entirely up to you. Today we are at a job doing some outside power for a shed. It's a bit nippy, it's the day after the big snow, so I'll turn you around and show you what we got working with. So this is our garden shed at the end. Okay, so we're just going to take a spur off. There's a socket just behind here somewhere. We're then going to, so this log store sits here, so we're going to put a 308, some conduit over to the fuse spur. That'll be for the outside shed. That'll then run all the way up to the shed, and yeah, that's where we're going to have power. So we're literally just having a 13 amp socket, double socket, and then we'll also have a lights feed as well. So yeah, so this is the shed actually. It's just been finished on Saturday. So power's going to come in this bottom corner. The client doesn't want anything fancy. It's literally just going to be twin and earth inside. So yeah, socket and fuse spur there. Now the fuse spur here is for the light feed, so they want a separate spur and a separate switch. So spur here will then obviously come up across down to the switch will then back feed, and then we've got a 5-foot batten lamp from Knightsbridge, I think it is, going in there, and just a double socket there. The walls are incredibly thick, standard for an old cottage. So yeah, we've got the metre long drill bit out, but although the batteries are charged, the cold has kind of killed them off, so we're just having to recharge them now. So I'm going to get started with the outside stuff, get things mounted, etc, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we have our cable in. We've got basically a batten across the section here, so the client wanted everything kind of as far over to the left hand side as possible. So we've got main incoming point for our sockets here. So we're going to take our armoured, which is a 4mm armoured, 3-coil 4mm, and we are basically using the T-Storm from SWA. That's going to mount into here, socket off. We're then going to have a link over to the fuse spur. Now they've actually given me a switched fuse spur, which is fine. It just means there's an additional switch here. Cable out, we've got our whisker reducer, which goes from the round connector to flat for twin and earth, or twin and CPC. We're going to come up, go round, probably actually, I haven't decided yet, we're either going to go up and over and down and then back up. Might do that, look a little bit tidier, rather than going all the way around and then down. So that's where we're at with that. Had to stop obviously outside because, or doing the drilling inside outside. The reason being is obviously the batteries have died, so just charging those up in the van now. So we're going to get all the shed done, wired up, ready to go, or everything in place with the wires left exposed, so I can then do my testing, plug it all in, jobs are good. And so that's where we're at right now. I'll do a little video, I'll show you how to make these SWAs off. They're really, really easy. Tools required are either a junior hacksaw or the armour slice from CK. Obviously your glands. Now I use, my go-to glands are always the Storm stuff from SWA. Now it's either T-Storm, which comes with the earthing nuts, or it will be just the standard Storm stuff, which come with a banjo. Now nothing requires, in my view, a banjo anymore when you've got these. So even with plastic fittings, they're great in plastic fittings, but what I like is if you combine them with the whisker stuff, whisker 308, you can use the earth bar that comes with them. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll get you into position, and we'll do that now. So I've already made my length of cut off. So yeah, right, I've already made my cut of length off, so I know how much I want to keep. I'm just going to rotate this round to open it up. Okay, if it'll do it, there we go. Right, I'm going to slide my other end on, like so. Now I always do these a little bit up on the securing one, just because it means it doesn't fall away. So let's get that in, let's put you on, and then I'm just going to twisty. Oh, not got that threaded properly, have I? Right. So slide that in. Now, yeah, they're all in. So I'm happy that that's going to bite down. So if we push that up, I'm going to start twisting. Yeah, I can already feel it biting. Now, one thing I liked about these is when I saw them at the first e-fix, was it the first e-fix? No, it was the second e-fix of the season, and it was in Cheltenham. And basically, all you had to do was tighten them up, and then they go, come on down. That's it. That was more secure. Obviously, I really look it up with a pair of Cobras, but that is not going anywhere, right? It is that easy to do on those. And then we put our IP rating end on. So these are rated up to, I think IP68, yeah, IP68. And that's it. That gland is not going anywhere. That's how quick the glands are. Even if I did not do it right first time around. They are so much quicker than standard glands, no shrouds were required, and now that's ready to be inserted into my box. So yeah, very, very simple, very easy to use. My best glands ever. A little bit, they are more expensive than your typical gland, but they are IP rated. So you've got a gland for all eventualities, and I think they're even compatible with SY. The little olive that's in there, if you rotate it over, allows you to use it with SY. So yeah, best glands that I can go. They're not, I pay for these, right? But you guys know me right now, I will always recommend a product that I think is absolutely fantastic. And if it's going to save me time, which these do, even better. So you know what's coming next, don't you? Linear clips. Because again, I love a linear clip. So I'll get cracking with what I've got to do in here, and I'll get you back on in a bit. Okay, just need to sleeve this. So we'll actually put some heat shrink on it, because I use heat shrink sleeving. Obviously feed in for, or the feed back out to the lights. Now we've gone underneath this little gap here, so we've clipped it in place and just tucked it up. We then come up and over and down, and then we're going to go back up. I've got some white glands in the van, so just going to white gland that. And then that will literally, there's plenty of length on that, that's just going to sit up there and obviously plug in, but we'll wait till we finish testing for that. Yeah, it's times like these, I wish I actually had the DeWalt staple gun, so I think that's probably going to be the next purchase, because thinking about it, any kind of shed building where you're putting in cabling, or first fix, it's worth having. I know my pal, Neil, he's got one, swears by it, absolutely brilliant. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. He's Neil, so NTD Electrical on Instagram. Give him electrical services, I think it is. So give him a shout, check him out on there, and yeah, he does some wonderful work. So anyway, it's enough of plugging in. Back to my video. So yeah, we'll obviously we've grey boxes. Grey. It's a shame they don't do matching grey, but hey ho. Stuffing glands are in there, so yeah, it's going to be a nice little shed when we're done. Obviously we've still got to drill out at the house end. Hopefully the battery should be charged by now, so house end needs to be done. So yeah, busy. So I'll check back with you in a bit. Okay, we're pretty much good to go on the inside of here. So obviously our feed coming in, we've got linear clips securing the cable. We've used ferrules, so these are actually insulated ferrules, but I've reversed because I didn't have any non-insulated ones. So reversed them, so stripped enough back that I could slide it on, crimp it, and then I've just cut the end off. And actually, they look pretty damn decent. I'm sure I'll get some slack in the comments about this, but yeah, so these are normally insulated ferrules being used as uninsulated. The reason being is we've got stranded 4mm. That's then our copper feed for our lights. So even though it probably isn't required, I'm still going to ferrule them because they just make everything look neater. Obviously, black for our SWA has been sleeved with yellow and green. The grey has been sleeved blue. Now I like to do a full sleeve. I know some people do half sleeves or just an indicator, but for me, my personal preference is full sleeve. Armour's earthed this end, it'll be earthed at the other end, and then I've earthed every back box. Is it overkill? Yes. Will I stop doing it? No. It's my choice, my preference, and it adds a couple of minutes for the whole boxes to be done. So, but I prefer that everything is earthed where possible. So obviously, the back boxes are earthed, and so are the front plates because it is metallic switches. So yeah, holes drilled, so we can now go and connect all that up. So I'll just put the finishing touches to here, and then we'll go and do the front. So one of the things we're doing today, we're avoiding going in and out of the house too much, so hence why I'm not filming inside. But behind here is basically a double socket off the ring final circuit for downstairs. So we've just come off that. We're going to take that, so basically whisker box is going to go here, okay? And then we've got some conduit that will then travel across to where the drain pipe is, and that's where our SWA is going to be mounted using a Hager Solista outdoor IP rated fuse spur. So yeah, that's why I've not been in the house filming with you guys, because we're trying to reduce obviously the amount of contact we have inside the house. Obviously I'm wearing a mask when I'm inside there, hand sanitizer and stuff like that, so just to avoid filming in there as well, it just complicates things. So that's why we're just restricting it to all outside stuff. But you've seen inside plenty of houses before, so yeah, I'm going to just quickly crack on with this. We'll make up our armoured, and then we'll get to testing. Right, whiskers in, cables in, so there's nothing in, there's no joint in here. It literally comes out the back of the wall. That's literally just to keep us, we've sealed behind it. Cable then runs along and pokes out on the fuse spur. We use the laser level to obviously get our straight line. We've got black conduit, linear clips fitted throughout, and actually I've just spaced them out. Obviously it's an uneven wall, so they don't go flush, but that's the beauty of linear clips. Obviously with it going on the conduit, it just kind of moulds a bit. We used a bit of the heat gun just to kind of, make it a bit more pliable. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I'm going to make off the armoured now, and then we'll go inside, connect it up inside, and do our tests. Right, all fitted nice and neat, giving it a wipe down as well because we're done out here. Obviously all clipped using linear clips. Now the cable's not buried, client's going to do that because they're going to be landscaping, so there's slack at the shed end. But yeah, all in all, very happy here. Going to go inside now, make off the connections, then do our testing. Right guys, that is us done and dusted at this property. Unfortunately I couldn't show you the testing because obviously a lot of it was being done inside at the board, and the client was on phone calls and stuff, so I was having to be really quick. But we have a ZS of 0.91 at the far point. We have a ZE at the board of I think it was 0.22 if I recall. I've written them on my phone. So yeah, and at the midpoint where we come off the socket for the spur, 0.5 is the ZS there. IR's good, 999 at 500 volts, yeah, 500 volts. So yeah, happy days, client's happy, just need to write the certificate and we're done. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you again on the next one. Bye for now.